KUGAN CASSIUS IFL team in association with MTK Global.
Sweating my cods off.
Post-fight interview, show interview with Eddie Hearn. Well, how did you have it, first of all?
Which one?
Vargas and McDonnell.
8-4. I think I only gave Gavin 1 round in the first 6. Then I gave him 3 with the back 6. He needed to do what he was doing in 10, 11, 12 from 4 or 5. Easier said than done. Vargas is a very good fighter. But I'm very proud of him. You know, that's his 19th fight. No amateur experience, not 1 fight.
Yeah.
So it's an incredible achievement, really. And I think it's just a little bit of belief as well. You know, I think it took him the rounds to believe that he could break him down and beat him. And you know, like I said, if he would have made him fight a little bit earlier in the fight, who knows what would have happened. You know, he might have walked onto one and got chinned. But, you know, I think that, I mean, he didn't particularly have Vargas in trouble. And to be honest with you, Vargas didn't have Gavin in trouble. He wasn't hurt in the fight, but he had excellent feet. He moved very, very well. He had a great jab. But I thought Gavin boxed really well in the early part of the fight. I thought his movement was great. I thought his defence was excellent. His feet were good. But when he closed the distance, he wasn't letting his hands go until later on in the fight, and then it was too late. So you're always chasing. You see a lot of people losing these world title fights in the first 5 or 6 rounds. Once you're 5-1 down and stuff like that, it's very hard to find a way back into the fight.
What did you make of the draw score?
I think it's wrong. Yeah, I mean, there were a couple of rounds that I think that, you know, were like, can you give it to Gavin McDonnell? You know what I mean? But I think the crowd probably influence some of the rounds if you're going to give it a draw, because I tried to be as independent as I could, and I had it 8-4 at 116, 112, which I think was similar to the judges. So, no, I mean, when I was looking over the ropes at the end, trying to just glimpse at the scorecard when the fight was over and they're all tallying them up, I actually read it that they gave it to Gavin McDonnell. And you want to win, don't you? But you don't really want to win like that. And I don't think Gavin would want to win like that, because he came up to me after the fight and he went, "Sorry, I just haven't done enough." And he knew. Yeah. So the
reaction after the fight, Dave Caldwell and
yeah, but not from the fans.
Yeah, obviously
people,
not. Yeah.
Just come up to me there. He goes, "That was a disgrace." I went, "I thought it was a good show, mate." He went, "No, Gavin McDonnell decision." I went, "What do you mean?" He went, "He won that." I said, "Mate," I said, "Listen, we love to get a bit of home advantage, but you don't want to be gifted decisions, because especially nowadays, you almost, I mean, I feel a bit sorry for Jamie McDonnell against Solis, where he gets a decision and he almost gets stick for it. It's not his fault. No. You know, he said to me tonight, "Fucking hell." He went, "I wish I would have lost. Fucking people having a go at me." It's not his fault, but you know, you've got to score it. If you deserve to win like Ray Vargas did, you've got to get the decision, and he did, thankfully. And you know, I'm very proud of Gavin McDonnell. I think he learned a huge amount tonight in that fight. Huge amount. You know, and he's saying in the change room, you know, he didn't even feel that strong. He didn't even really hurt me, but just very clever, Vargas. Very accurate, great jab, good movement. Just took that little one step when Gavin closed the distance and he was away. You know, deserved winner. Jamie wants to fight him now.
Who?
Jamie.
2 round wins for Tommy Cole and Luke Campbell
Third
tonight.
round, Tommy Cole.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think it was the second.
Third round, wasn't it? Tommy Cole.
And?
Third round, Tommy Cole. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, pay attention, mate. Yeah, I mean, Tommy Coyle is like, he's a nightmare. I mean, he comes out like a nutcase. He got chinned at the end of the first round, hurt, and then second round, I started thinking, this ain't going. I mean, Noble, very skillful, very awkward, and I was thinking, this is going to be a hard night's work. Then hurt him badly in that round, and then just hit him with an absolute haymaker in the third and just levelled him out. So a good win. I'm waiting to hear from him. He had to go to the hospital. I think he might have fractured his cheekbone. So, you know, I think I want to get him a shot at the British title. You see the atmosphere he creates, the excitement he creates. You know Tommy Coyle. He's a lovely kid, and I'd like to give him an opportunity to try and win a British title.
Dave Allen.
Frankie Gavin.
Yeah?
I think it's a good fight, yeah. Dave Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pleased with Dave Allen. I mean, let's have it right. He's not exactly boxed, you know, one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, but let's also have it right. His last 2 fights have been Luis Ortiz and Dillian White. So I'm I want to give him a chance. You know, I like Dave Allen. I think he's a character. It's not. When I do things like this, it's not like I'm a Samaritan or I'm a philanthropist. I do it because I see a bit of potential, and that I see that potential through the numbers on social media, through the individual as a personality, and through the fighter. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing this because I feel sorry for Dave Allen or, oh, bless him, I'll give him some help, he's had a cut tough fights. I'm doing it for our benefit as well, in that I think he can be a character, I think he can win a British heavyweight title, and I think what you'll see is, tonight, when he came into the ring, he sold 100 tickets tonight. I think it's the most tickets he's ever sold. He sold them all across his social media, right? When he came into the ring tonight and he got introduced, the people that were there, might have only been 2,000, were on their feet for Dave Allen. And you'll see that grow. And we're going to give him 3 or 4 fights to learn and get some experience and some confidence. And then he's going to be slung in a fight. Might be Ian Lewinson, might be Sam Sexton. But these kind of levels, you know? But I like him. I think he can fight. I think he's incredibly tough. I think he deserves a break. And I'm going to give him the opportunity. And he's either going to box next Saturday at the O2 or the Saturday after in Germany.
Get him on next week.
Maybe, but obviously, you know, we had Buglioni.
Have you replaced that fight yet?
No, we've up Cheeseman's fight, and we were thinking about putting Gamal Yafai on, but he's due to fight in Germany. So one of those are going to box next week, and vice versa.
Ryan Burnett.
Yeah. Listen, Ryan was just in a fight where he's playing a bit of a waiting game at the moment. We want to fight that Zanit Zakyanov for the world title. But until we deliver that, he needs to fight. You know, he hasn't boxed since October, so he had to go out and get some rounds tonight. Just went through the motions, learning against a decent opponent. You know, good 8 rounds, and he's just sitting tight, really. Keep ticking over in the gym, and get ready to fight for the world title.
Just picking this back up because the Luke Campbell press conference had to begin. About Luke Campbell. Impressive.
Very impressive. I mean, Lopez was a bit disappointing, but only because these people think you can. The way to beat Luke Campbell is just to walk him down and bully him. So Lopez came in like a lunatic, trying to go on the attack, and just got caught early cold and got hit by about 40 shots that he didn't even see coming. So, but Luke has improved so much with Jorge Rubio, but now we need to see him against not some proper opposition, but some world level opposition. Because, yeah, great, you know, he beat Sykes, beat Mendez, which was a good fight for him, beat Derry Matthews, beat Lopez, but we need that next step between the guys we're fighting and the world champions, and that is someone like a Mendy or a Tatley. The Mendy fight is one we'd love, and we're going to try and make that fight for Wembley, actually. Because when you look at the champions, you know, whether it's Linares or Easter or Garcia or Flanagan, they're much wider than the levels we've been fighting at the moment. Do you know what I mean? So he needs to take that next step now, and I think he's more than capable. I really believe he beats the majority of the world champions now. Mikey Garcia is looking very special, obviously. So hopefully Anthony Crolla can do the business on March the 25th, and that would set up a great fight.
When I asked Luke Campbell in an interview, I said to him, you know, out of the options from the Mendy rematch, Scotty Cardle for the British, or you know, sort of going that world title route, he said we're coming for all 3. We want all 3.
Yeah, we like the Cardle fight. I mean, but Scott's in a position where he's 1 fight away from winning the Lonsdale belt, so he obviously wants to get that secured for his future, and then he'd be open to the Campbell fight as well. Edis Tatley, the European champion, is actually a fight Cardle's looking at as well, and Campbell comes into that mix. Mendy is, I think, the fight for Luke Campbell. France has had a bit of resurgence at the moment amongst broadcasters. It's actually getting quite a lot of interest for boxing, so a lot of their fighters have got opportunities. So we wanted to get him for this one, but we need to find that next level guy, you know, that's much better than the levels he's been fighting, to test him, to make sure he's ready for one. Because once you gamble against an Easter or a Garcia or Crolla and Ares, you know, you got to be ready, and he won't be ready until he has that next level guy. Because no disrespect to Jairo Lopez, but he's not going to prepare you for those guys. You need tougher tests.
Just a word on Monday, obviously before the HAYE-BELLEW press conference, obviously you announced the other day Martin Murray versus Gabriel Rosado for the 22nd of April. Yeah, I do actually. So they'll have a press conference.
Yeah, they've got a press conference. Rocky Fielding, Mashad Dodd, all those boys will be there. And yeah, we're announcing another interesting fight down the card as well, actually. So that'll be about 4:30 at the Hill, and everyone's welcome to come to that as well. And the HAYE-BELLEW one will get underway about 5:30, and you can wet your pants.
Are you getting the fence up? Contemplating.
Maybe a perspex wall.
A clear one.
You should have been in the meeting today that we had. It's like. So who can get hold of a perspex wall? Phone around. It's comical. Clueless.
But you believe there will be some sort of separator there for them?
Yeah, there will be some kind of separator, whether it's men, whether it's a perspex wall, whether it's a fence. There will be.
I don't think a men wall is going to do a lot. I don't care how many there are.
Well, maybe a perspex wall might. I mean, look, it's not, you know. Listen, I spoke to Robert Smith. They're both on suspended sentences. Any bother, fights off.
Okay, we'll catch up again.
Will do.
On Christmas Day. Yeah. That's what we call them days.
Okay.